Hello everyone, today we begin to learn programming in Python language. We will do it on the platform of Google Colab. So it's highly recommended to do it on Google's web browser, Chrome. As long as you have a Google account, you only have to type lab.research.google.com and such an interface will come out. Yes, like this. And it's better to connect with your Google account. If not, I think you cannot save what you have done there. So for me, it's just while bbs google.com at google.com. And then okay, I will confirm it with my cell phone. Okay, here I am. This and we only have to click new notebook. We'll have this work environment. Okay, today our work is to do a multiplication table. What we will do is like this. Now step by step I will explain how this piece of code is made. The core command in this piece is print. It is often used to display something. Like the most known habits of learning programming, we begin with print hello world. And when we execute this sentence, we can click here or just pressing Shift key and then press enter. And we see that hello world is displayed here. Hello world is a string, or we can just print a number on the screen. For example, just print 1. And we see that the number 1 is displayed here. But if we want to print a series of things, we should use the variables. For example, we can set a variable of I and then I equals 3. The equal sign here is an operation. That means given the value of 3 to this variable I. And if we execute this sentence, and then when we see the value of I, we see that it's 3. And if we give I another number, for example, 5, and then we see that I is 5 here. So this is assigning a value to a variable. Now with such a variable, we can make it iterate through a certain range to print out all the elements. For example, we can use the loop structure, and there are several types of loop structure. Today we will use the structure of for. For I in range from 1 to 9. I want to print out the numbers from 1 to 9. So print all the values of I in this range. What is the outcome? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this terminal 9 is not taken into account. So if we want to print out 1 to 9, we should type here 1 to 10. By default, the step is just 1. And I will execute it. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 until 9. I have to point out that the system has automatically inserted an indent here. The indentation is very important in Python language because this determines the structure of the statements. And this indent here means that the statement of print belongs to this for loop. And of course, by default, each print makes a inline break. And if we don't want, we can set up the end parameter of the print command. For example, just with the string. Nothing between the quotient marks. What it will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 all together. So I want to some space here. What it will be like this. And can I make a tab key here, anti-slash and T, and there is some spacing between different executions of a print. Of course, we see that the multiplication table is two-dimensional, so I have to add another level of a loop to make it two-dimensional. So still from 1 to 10, at first we make it like this, and we will see the output. So what are the errors? Just add what I have said. The indentation is very important in Python language. So I have to make another indent to show that this statement belongs to this level of loop. Of course, this indent here means that the second level of loop belongs to the first level. And now I will execute this statement. What it will give, what is the output, like this. This is not what I want, because there are always tab here, no line break. What I want is for each time when we end this loop, I want a line break. So what we will do is at the end of the second level of loop, I make a line break, because by default print nothing means a line break. So I will give a print here, and you see that the alignment of the print here and the for here, that means this print belongs to this loop level, and the output will be like this. If I think it's no need to display till 10 for each line, if we want to stop it at first line, stop at 1, second line, stop at 2, we just have to replace 10 by I plus 1 here to make it stop at I. So what did you give? This is what we have. And of course, what I want to display is the product. So the product I times j. It is not very far from the ending form of multiplication tables. The only difference is that they are result numbers, and they are whole expressions, which includes not only numbers but also the size, multiplication size, the cross and equal sign here. They are, you see that, between quotient marks, and they are in fact strings, and we have inserted the values of numbers into a string. How to realize it? And today we will talk about the most easy way with a percentage sign. Percentage sign here is escape character, which means the letter following it means differently, and percentage sign D, which means the value it represents will be displayed in decimal format. So the first decimal number times the second decimal number equals to the third decimal number. So the first, second, and the third decimal number are what? So we will make another escape character here of percentage sign, and there are parentheses where we will put the 1, 2, 3 positions of variables. So we can make I, j, and their product. And you know, in programming, the product sign is the star sign. So we have this here, and we will see what it will be. This is almost the same as our example at the top. The only difference is the order. Of course, we can change the order of I and J. If I want to display J at first and I at second, the result becomes like this. This is exactly what we have done here. So let's look together the key points in this session.